This is the Real Ass Podcast.
Today was a very special day because, you know, me and Zach are doing these pre-tapes, and yesterday it was brought to my attention. Jonas Barnes, a friend of mine who's a comedian, texted me a screen grab of a comedian. And Brian, I'm going to need you to fill in some of these pieces here because I'm not on Facebook. And Jay, what were you
I want
to
say that it was Instagram, I think, that went up on. Or was it Facebook?
Whatever, Facebook post.
Whatever it was screenshot and sent to me by Rebecca Trent, who says now behind this thread is comics who are like calling for her business.
Of course, which is fucked up. So this guy, what's his name now? Hold on, I want to see his name. John
Field.
John Field. What's Hohensi?
That's his real last name, but he just goes by John Field.
John Field is
he changed it from Scissorhands, apparently.
Is that him? Is that actually him?
Yeah.
It's a wig.
He's got a wig, though. So he goes, at Skankfest, at one point I saw the entire crowd chant, quote unquote, white power. Quote unquote.
By the way, that's nowhere near as offensive if everyone was going, white power.
White power. White power.
He goes, yeah. He goes, we should send all the ethnics back to where they came from. White power.
The entire crowd chant white power. I don't like that, but I don't know what to do with it. Okay. So this is what he posts 20 hours ago on Facebook. And then a bunch of comics who were there chime in. And they either defend sort of Skankfest and us, or they chime in like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Now, here's the deal, okay? This is a comedian who was invited by a comedian. This is a comedian.
White comedian.
Who was invited by a comedian performing at Skankfest, Dennis Paraffin apparently, to be a guest. And this is a guy that is privy to what's going on there. He's not a person who walks in out of context and goes, oh my God, there's a white power chant going. What the fuck's going on? And runs out. This is a person who watched it fucking happen. Now, do you want to know who started the white power chant? Owen Benjamin. Now, we invited him because we respect white rights.
He's like, I'm sorry I can't make it, but I will send along a white power chant.
I started the white power chant, and you want to know the context of this white power chant?
I know it.
Was I'm doing a song in a musical called Ha the Musical, which is a tongue-in-cheek musical. The whole thing is making fun of all of these stereotypes in comedy. As an ethnic comedian, I'm about to sing a song about how ethnic comedians just get laughs for being ethnic.
Easy, yeah.
And then I broke into some dumb improv character where I was doing a southern accent.
Literally, a hillbilly.
Racist
Like, this was the whole character. Thing. Puerto Rican guy wearing an American flag.
Puerto Rican guy, and then I keep on, at one point hitting like white power, and then the crowd's going white power, and yeah, at one point
it was even a slow build with the crowd. At first, the crowd was kind of like
uncomfortable,
but then when he's just hammering it in, they're just like kind of they get.
It
like
was
this,
it's
ridiculous,
and it was ridiculous, and it was funny, and
was it offensive? Yes, but not because you said white power. Just because you were on stage doing Chappelle's Clayton Bigsby character for 20 minutes.
It's basically the truth.
Yeah, but the guy's problem is you're a hack. Been done.
Yeah. Okay, so this kid, John Field. Yeah. So he posts that out of context. Now he knows what happened. He watched what happened. So
that's my rage.
What he's doing is he's just trolling.
Yeah.
This is actually a compliment to Skankfest because it's become so big that there's like a culture of comedians now that are shitting on it, that they do it to sort of get attention. And I've watched it happen a few times now. And this guy, he's posting that, and I see people that I know, people that have done roast masters, people that I'm fairly friendly with, going like, "Oh my God, I can't believe what they would do. I can't believe they would do that." And he's not putting any context to it at all. And I think it's a very dangerous...
Yeah, you should mention that you brought up a black guy and tried to get him to say white power as well.
And he wouldn't. That black guy stuck to his guns.
But laughed the whole time, right?
Stuck to his guns that he obtained illegally, obviously.
Yeah, but then he's like, yeah, man, I can't.
Of course. It's fucking stupid.
And that was fucking hilarious.
It's fucking stupid. Now, here's the thing. They all point to the video of the guy that came in and called out the Proud Boy that was in the audience. And I guess it's so easy just to put their story together, which is like, oh, well, there's Proud Boys that are sitting there screaming white power, so I don't care the context of whether it's a joke. That's not who our audience is. You can't define our audience as Proud Boys, okay? I don't give a fuck if there's people that like our show that consider themselves Proud Boys. I don't look at the Proud Boys as being this fucking this force. Like the problem with like young liberals now, they go like they're Proud Boys. Me, if they said the Proud Boys are here, I'm going like, okay, who fucking care? Like, oh, all right, ooh,
Time to leave, fellas.
Oh my God, the Proud Boys are here. Are you out of your mind? You're afraid of them because you're fucking pussies. The Proud Boys. If there's a guy in a Proud Boys hat that shows up, it's just a fucking dude in a hat.
Yeah,
period.
usually a curly
That's
mustache and
you know what?
suspenders with a t-shirt.
It's never the it's never the guy in the Proud Boys hat that's trying to take my fucking microphone away, or that's trying to, out of context, kick up dust and try to get people to come out against me and the content that I create, specifically on purpose. Now, here's why it's irresponsible, because this guy John is doing it on purpose, putting it out of context to go, look, I'm being a fucking social justice warrior. I'm being a white knight. I'm standing up against these horrible guys, when he knows for a fact that's not even what's going on.
I said, but you know, it works in the sense of like, I've never heard of this person before. He's a comedian, apparently.
Yeah.
I have no idea who it is. I don't know if I've met him before or what.
Maybe he hangs out at the creek.
Hangs out at the creek. First person I ever talked to at the creek. That's what I'm thinking. Like, if the creek closes down, where's this person gonna perform? You know, I don't think these people are very.
Well, yeah, he's calling.
He's probably not performing enough as much as he wants to, and this is his way to like get back at the.
Is he calling for the creek to be shut down? Is that what it is? What did he say, Ryan?
He's calling for a boycott on the creek because they support you guys.
Did he say specifically boycott the creek?
I believe so. I'll try to find it.
Try to find it, because we invited him in today. Last night I saw this. People sent it to me. And then I had Luke from Legion of Skanks reach out to him. And I said, hey, invite this guy in to Real Ass Podcast tomorrow. I'll invite Jay in, and we'll sit down and we'll have a conversation. And I want to see the perspective of a person that is trying to, just that perspective. The person trying to shut down the creek. A person that's trying to get other comedians in trouble for what they know is a joke. They know for a fact is a joke.
They can't wait to eat their own. They don't even think about the repercussions to themselves. Just like John said, the creek goes away. Where does he get up? The creek houses so many
Cats.
so many cats.
Guy hates cats. I think we got
gotta be
to the
what it
bottom
is.
of it. This cat
I'm not
hating
gonna
son of a
hang
bitch.
out here with this deli cats. No, but so many shows of just, right? Don't they have like all gay comedy show? That's a place where you do like themed shows of like one thing. It houses all that stuff and lets all young
Yeah,
comics
they got
out.
all the
It's just a weird
chicks
thing to
and
go.
the queers and the fucking blacks. We get it. They're all fucking friendly with everybody. That's all fine and dandy. Good. That's how you want comedy to be. A comedy club shouldn't have a political fucking side. A comedy club shouldn't have an opinion. A comedy club should just be booking the best comics possible.
Here's the beauty of comedy, and this I saw this happen when I first started comedy with BET's Comic View. It was boycotted by AFTRA, the unions, so a bunch of comics who were in that couldn't do it, and that trickled down to me, who was like a 6-month comic, where I'm like, I didn't overthink why they're coming to me and going like, you want to do BET's Comic View? I'm just like, hell yeah. And you go, yeah, they're calling you because they're boycotting.
Boy,
AFTRA's
do I
boycotting.
just
go,
rolled up one of your legs.
yeah, but it goes, you know, AFTRA's boycotting them, so that's why comics aren't doing it. I go, I couldn't care less about that.
Yeah.
That means like nothing to me. So the thing is like, boycott the creek is like a wasted effort, but it's like someone just expressing their own like discontent with like how much he doesn't get there or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's like to bite your own thing. You're gonna shut this thing. You want to shut a thing down. That's the only thing you could possibly do. But it won't ever happen because there's 80 comics that'll even stand next to this guy and go, yeah, right, and then go work there.
Of course.
You see those things. It was like, do not book your shows there. Period. Case in point. Don't book your shows there. They make it seem like she's running around asking people to put on shows there.
Yeah.
These are people who come to her and go like, can we please use this perfect space for what we're doing here?
Yeah.
Like they're making it seem like, don't give her the pleasure.
Well,
of
here's the
booking
thing.
your show there.
I'm going further, and me and Aaron Berg talked about this before, and I want to get into what happened with this guy, John. You know, this guy's calling for the boycott of the creek. I call for a boycott of John Field. I mean that. Don't book John Field.
That's been happening for the last
this is like, here's the thing.
few years.
It's a comedy. It's against sort of comedy, like the rules, right? Where you tell a booker not to book this guy. I don't know John Field's comedy. Maybe he's hilarious. What I'm saying is he is attacking comedy, and he doesn't deserve to work at real clubs. He doesn't deserve to work other people's fucking shows.
Nobody hilarious, by the way, would be this vocal about the stupid point. So
I guarantee he's not funny.
Is
Is his stand-up online? Let's pull up his stand-up.
He's not good at it, for sure.
I would love to see his stand-up.
Or else you wouldn't have time for this.
So I invited him in, and I said,
Or you would have written a funny thing about it.
Yeah.
let's have a real conversation. And then he said, yeah, let's do that. Fine, cool. And he told Luke he was going to come in. We all showed up here today. And then apparently he was in the neighborhood because Joe Roberts saw him outside.
I saw him parking my car.
While he was parking his car, he saw him outside.
The way he says that, goes, I saw him parking my car, which was weird. He was in my car.
He's a valet at this hotel. It's crazy.
You in the red vest want to do a podcast?
So he doesn't. It's 1:35. We're supposed to do it at 1:30. He doesn't show up. Hold on 1 second. We'll pull this up in a minute. So Brian texts him or messages him being like, "Hey, where you at, dude?" And then Brian, read the message back that this guy sent you, because we were literally gonna have a conversation. I wasn't gonna be shitty to this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull back the curtain. What Lewis said to me was, "Remember, don't be shitty to him. Let's have a conversation. Don't attack him." He said it to me specifically.
Yeah, well, we didn't get. Here's the thing.
I said it to everybody.
The guy who ran off after grabbing the microphone. As that when Lewis the situation calmed down, as any, I think, comic especially would, let alone a man, when it was over and the guy was already gone, it was too late. But Lewis, you said the words I thought were, he's like, man, I wish the guy was here right now to sit down and like talk. Like what did you hear there? What was it that you took that you felt you need to like make this big statement? Like what went on in your head about that?
I legitimately think it's interesting.
So I agree. So same thing with this, like, and it wasn't
his messages on the screen. Okay,
but you didn't have to even tell me necessarily. That was, if you weren't saying it, I would have suggested it to you. I'm like, no, have him in and talk to him, because I want to hear. Because I'm confused as to how he could draw this from that, and it's not just him making.
Okay, this message got so douchier than we originally heard.
The reason he's pussing out on it is because just that he's going to come here and it's going to
he's going to look stupid. So listen, so Brian hit him up and goes, "Hey, dude, are you coming to gas?" And then he goes, "Oh, I messaged the other guy. I decided I'm not sitting down with people I don't respect. Go fuck yourselves. I'm spending my Sunday afternoon sitting in the park watching this jazz group."
What a weird specification to make to you.
I'm the most angry about watching the jazz group in the park.
I'm sitting around watching the best brass section in all of Lower Manhattan. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't need to pay for good jazz. What? I'm having tea in the park, mister. Don't bother me.
I'm going to go home and watch a romantic comedy. Or maybe some reality shows on Video Hits 1.
I'm having an almond milk latte. Take that. What? I don't care what you're doing.
I'm going to go watch interracial couples in the park if anyone needs me.
I'll be over here not judging.
I'll be applauding interracial couples in the park. Good for you. Good for you guys. Fuck society.
The only thing that would make this better is if you were both men.